Hey, how you doing, good people? It's Larry Jones back at you again today. Hey, take a minute, do like the prompter says beneath, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. For those of you that are new to the page, my name is Larry Jones, and this family is known as Stock Up. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. And make sure you don't fall for any spam in the comment section. Not just on my page, but on any page. We got a couple of things going on. On this morning's video, I mentioned that the market could open green and close red. And just before closing bell, it was about to close red. And you're going to see days where it opens red and close green. So you're going to see a few more days like today where these, hundreds of point mood swings in the day. Stock market needs a little riddling, and that's the market that we're in. We know that we have an extremely important information coming out, the CPI numbers. For those of you that want to know the all of the CPI numbers, the monthly CPI numbers, just Google it, and it will give you the schedule for the entire year. Right? So just Google it. It'll just give you the entire schedule. The CPI number, we don't know what it's going to be. Some people are already fearing that it's going to crash and burn. Some people are saying that it's not going to be that bad. It's actually going to be good and the market is going to take off. You can pick a channel, you can pick an analyst. They're all over the place. What I'm going to do and what I suggest you to do is just kind of wait and prepare yourself for either way, right? So that number is coming out Friday. Usually the CPI numbers come out before the market opens. The consumer price index. It measures goods and services. It measures inflation. All right. So Apple just had its announcement today, and Apple is the stock that I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is a company, a solid company that you should be investing in and not trading. All right. Just remember that investing. We'll come back to Apple in a minute. All right. So what I want to say first is this, good people. When we're investing, especially in a volatile market like this, we also come in every now and then and we do these trades. And you guys know that Stock Josh and myself, we had this thing called Technical Tuesday where you guys ask us to do the technicals, right? The two most requested ones was Mullen and Shib. So we did it. And if you look at the video, you will see we gave specific instructions and we were extremely accurate on those specific instructions, right? Myself, I made the video and I also said I made it for you bag holders, which I was a bag holder, meaning that I was upside down. But after that day when it went up 50% and then it went up another 11%, I was green. And so it went back down and today it's back up to the 150s. And I will tell you, I'm green. I tapped out. I cashed out. And so my point in that was, and I said it repeatedly, is prepare your exit. So prepare your exit. So they came out with a battery. Of course, it's going to have 30% more than they expected. Let's look at this right quick. Here's the news. Let's go right to the news. So this is what happened today. Mullen Automotive to be added to the Russell 2000 and 3000 indexes, right? So that's why it's up today. The other day, it was up because of the battery range hitting 600 miles, right? But like I forestated, and if you go back to the video, I forestated that it is a hype stock, right? It is a potential short squeeze stock. There's a lot. It's a penny stock, extremely risky, just like Shiba Inu. And so what I'm going to reiterate is stocks like this is what you go into your penny bank and you gamble with. You don't do investments and stuff like this. Those of you that's been watching this page, you know I hammer that to that point always. We concentrate on investing, but because you guys asked for it, we gave it to you. And yes, I got a little bit of it. I got in, I got out. I made actually a little money and I got out. Now, what I'm going to tell you is the CPI numbers that's coming out, the Consumer Price Index number, is going to tell us everything. Either we are going to, I don't think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be flat, the market. I think that if the CPI numbers come in low, meaning inflation slowed down, or we hit what's called peak inflation, the market will react positively to that. But if it shows that inflation is still high and has not slowed down, then the market will tank. It's going to be a bad day Friday. I just want to prepare you guys for what's to come. So let's get to the stock that I want to talk about, and that is Apple. Apple announced that they have a M2 chip, all right? For those of you that have Apple products like myself, you know they have the M1 chip. And the M1 chip is their own proprietary chip, meaning they manufacture their own chip, which is when you bring in everything in-house, your costs drop substantially, right? And so now they don't have to wait on someone else to manufacture their chips and make that money. They're making that money all the way inside, right? So that's in-house money. So now it didn't act so well today. As you can see, 0.5% up and not much. So it just pretty much traded flat, right? It was actually negative. But what I'm going to suggest to you is that Apple is a buy and hold stock, right? And so here, if we look, the PE ratio on Apple is 23. And for a lot of people, that's high, but it's not high for a company like Apple that has a ton of cash, right? And so if you look and do a deep dive into Apple, you'll see that they're forward guidance, they have a ton of cash. And then what you want to do first is compare it to a company in a similar industry, like Microsoft. So if you look at Microsoft, which is still another good long-term investment for me personally, okay? If you look at Microsoft's PE, price to earnings ratio, you'll see it's 28, right? And then you have Apple is 23. So now Apple don't look so bad. And so what I'm going to suggest to you guys is that you need to start really looking at investing. For those of you that are just trading and swing trading and day trading, you need to look into some long-term investments. I believe I said on the video this morning that if you truly want to build generational wealth, I know I said that on Sunday's video. If you truly want to build generational wealth, then you must be willing to hold a stock for a generation, right? And so let me look at this. Let me show you guys this because this is important for you guys to know. Now, I know that a lot of you guys came over when we were killing it last year and the year before. We made a killing. We made a killing on good stocks. We made a killing on hype stocks, but we exited. We took our profit and we exited and we limited our risk, right? But that was trading. So now it's time to invest. And what happened last October? I said, the market is getting frothy. It's time for us to what? Do some profit taking, right? Then we did what's called rotation. So we rotated, we took our money and we rotated into stock that we thought were going to perform well, like oil. If you guys remember that, leave me a comment. And banks, but banks have not performed well at all. They've just been flat. Banks has just been flat. And typically banks are supposed to make money when they raise interest rates, okay? But this market right here is just strange. And I will tell you, I have been in the market over 30 years. I got into my first trade in 1992. So I've been through waters like this before, but this market right here is the one you want to kind of keep your eye on, because it's some strange things happening, of course, with the geopolitical situation, with Russia and the Ukraine and the high oil prices, inflation. So, we got into oil. I sold my oil when it hit 130 a barrel. I took my money and ran. But oil is going to continue to run up. But I just took my money and ran, because what am I doing right now is cashing up. So remember, those of you that followed me from last year over to this year, we're 70% cash, right? And so that's what we're doing. We're not loading up on anything. I don't even like the word load up in this environment, all right? We're not loading up on anything. What we're doing is we're being wise investors. We're being cautious right now, and we're only investing into solid companies that are going to make money, that have cash to last during a bear market, because that's what's happening. Now, we also know that the market could, let's just say the CPI numbers come out really good. The market could have a couple of weeks run of green, and it could look like the coast is clear. But we know what's looming, the big R word. I'm going to just say the R word is looming. So we can trade accordingly until then, while staying mostly cash. Meaning, when you get your extra income from your jobs, your paychecks, you're not just keeping your money in banks. You're putting money into your trading accounts, getting ready. Okay, so that's what we want to do, good people. Here's one of the things I wanted to show you about Apple that I want you to see, and that's AAPL. This is one of the reasons why I like Apple as a long-term stock. So you can, zoom out as much as you want to, right? So you can see in the last 6 months it's down, but in the last year, it's still up. The last 5 years, it's up. The max, it's up. Apple is one of these companies. If you go back to 1990, when Apple was 30 cents a share, it doesn't matter. Corrections, recessions, it doesn't matter. And the crash, all of that, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because this is long-term investing, good people. Apple is a company that is into AI, artificial intelligence. They are ahead of the game. And yes, the report and the new products that they came out with today is so lackluster. It was, it didn't move me at all. But they are positioned to grow in the future years and quarters to come. So even through a recession, Apple is the type of company that you want a dollar cost average through a recession and start to build your positions out. For those of you that are new and you just have hype, AMC and all of this, I've been saying to you and suggesting to you that you start to invest in some of these solid plays. Okay? That's all I've been saying all of this year. It's time for you to put on your big boy and your big girl clothes and buy some solid companies, good people. Then there's going to come a time when the recession is over, those low cap stock, you're going to write your disciplines down, just like Josh and I've been talking about, writing your disciplines down. There's going to be a time when these low cap stock are just going to be so beat down that we're going to buy them. And then the further we get away from the recession, they're going to take off like rockets. Like I said before, I've been through this cycle so many times, and the end result is the same. Invest in good, solid companies long term, and you will build generational wealth. And you could trade at the same time. But let's focus on long-term investing right now. You guys already know about the promotions. You already know. Listen, I think it's only a couple of days left for the Webull promotion. 1 penny. I say $1, but 1 penny. Download that app today. Click my link below. Download that app today. They're going to give you free stock, right? 5 free stock worth up to $12,600, but a minimum of $36. A minimum, all right? So download that link below, and then Moo. Download that link below, because we want to have more than one trading portfolio. And Josh and I are going to get ready to kill it with Moo. Make sure you deposit $100. If you've downloaded the app already off of my site, of course, make sure you put $100 into Moo, and we're going to make money. Hey, I love you guys. Let's stay positive. Let's get ready. Let's make money. Live, love, laugh, and learn. We'll see you.